First time.
Okay, we're starting.
Oh.
Hello.
I like this. This is how I like how we started. See, whatever. I'm just roll with it. I like how we started with. I think some people like fake this intro where they turn on the camera. They're like, pretend like someone just told a joke, and they're like, ha 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 ha. Oh, you caught me. Hello, we're Meltwater Pulse. But we actually did that. We're actually LOLing at a joke.
We're not going to tell anyone the joke.
No. All right, go, Gabby.
I wasn't laughing. Hi, welcome, hello. We are Meltwater Pulse. We're a music collective. We help each other do stuff. That's the first time I've described us, actually, instead of just saying we're Meltwater Pulse. I'm Gab. I make music as Murphy Kaye. Follow me on Instagram. Jana.
I'm Jana. I go by Janalyn Rose in the music world, which I'm not really a huge part of yet. Brett.
I'm Brett. I go by Brett JB. Follow me on. I don't have a good follow. Just look at my videos when we post them on Facebook, please.
Shane.
That's all I got.
My name's Shane. I have a recording studio under my name, Shane Olivo, with audio at the end. And then a long time ago, I used to have a band called The New Loud. This was maybe a generation ago.
It's not relevant anymore.
Yeah, it's not relevant. I help out the group by recording. And
being the general angry Yoda that gives us advice and stuff.
Would you say angry? I would say more like just like restless Yoda. Maybe like restless Yoda.
What was the word we came up with, Shane? It was sinister Yoda.
Dark Yoda.
Dark Yoda.
Dark Yoda's okay.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about a topic that is very near and dear to my heart, which is music distributors. And we're just going to talk about, I think sort of just an overview intro, because it's something that if you're going to be an independent artist, you're going to need to learn a little bit about them. And they can be, very daunting because there's a lot of options. I think at this point, we're all using Distrokid, right? Is that correct? Yeah.
I'm actually not using anything, but I would probably use Distrokid. I used to use Tunecore.
Okay. Yeah, so there's a lot of different companies out there that do music distribution. Maybe we should start with what is a music distributor? Does someone want to answer that, or should I?
You.
Go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
So if you're not like a label, you need some sort of intermediary that's going to take your music from your computer and put it somewhere where Shane?
Actually, if you are a label, you might also need this.
You might also use this, depending on what label.
Carry on.
Yes. Good. That was a good caveat. So you need some intermediary that takes the music from your hard drive on your computer and puts it on the internet or into whatever database that people want to pull from to listen to your music. And the reason that you can't do that by yourself is, so services like Spotify and Apple Music and Tidal and Arena and I don't know, other places work with the distributors, so that the distributors work directly with artists and then send it in to the music platforms, so then you can listen to it. So yeah, that's the gist of it. Yes, Shane.
This works on everything except for Bandcamp.
Yes, because Bandcamp is very anti all the other.
Yeah, so Bandcamp is a little bit better for artists because in the respect that you make more money when you sell songs or merch and things like that. But it's also kind of worse for artists because it's its own app and it's not really full ranging when it comes to artists. So you would actually have to leave your app of choice, which would be something most likely like YouTube Music, Spotify, or Tidal or something like that, and actually have to open up a second app if you wanted to listen to music, which most likely 99% of people don't do.
Yeah, it's tough because it's like you either make the decision to release just on Bandcamp and not give in to like the man and do streaming services. Although I guess Bandcamp technically does streaming. It's just not, I wouldn't call it primarily a streaming service. But yeah, you can either sort of bite the bullet and use a distributor and go to Spotify and stuff and just decide like, nope, I'm just not going to make money. But you know at least that you have the exposure to more people because they're more likely to listen to your music I'm just going to use Spotify as an example, but it could be any streaming service. But yeah, that's why you don't need a distributor. You could just release everything on Bandcamp, but for the reasons stated before, it's not, I don't know. I would not shame an artist if they only wanted to put stuff on Bandcamp. I don't put stuff on Bandcamp, although I have been considering changing that and putting it on streaming stuff and on Bandcamp. It's just an extra step for me when I'm going to, upload stuff. I don't know. I think that it's hard. It's like a very hard decision to make as an artist, because I don't know. I'd rather just put stuff on both and then like let people choose. But I don't know. Does anybody else have any feelings about this?
I do both, right? Yeah, I do both. Because the average listener is not going to jump on Bandcamp and browse. They're going to probably go on Spotify or Apple Music. And so Bandcamp does limit your exposure. Yeah. Go. Talk.
Yes, Shane.
Shane.
Oh, thank you. So basically with all the streaming services, you just, in my opinion, you just want your music available to whoever can listen whenever they want to listen. So having it on Bandcamp is good just for all the kids that are too cool for school and that's all they want to listen to music on.
And you can download it from there.
And you can download it from there.
And people who want to support the artist.
Yeah, so a lot of people, to me, it's spending a lot of time trying to get people to stream your music seems like kind of a worthless venture because you're making so little per stream, even on something like Bandcamp. I don't think you make. I think Bandcamp you only make money if you sell the songs, right?
Well, right, but that's how people can like buy your songs.
Right. Yeah.
Bandcamp. That's like the only thing I've sold is through Bandcamp.
It's really tough. Like this. I mean, when iTunes was still a thing, I did sell a couple albums, probably to like my mom. I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely the largest chunk of money I ever made. I made like $38 in 1 year because like 2 people bought my album. But I think that I don't know. For me, it's like I don't really. It's like I don't have enough people listening to my music at this point that I'm just like, yeah, I'll just put it up on the streaming services. Like it's not going to make a huge difference to me whether or not people listen to it streaming. And I don't think that like only putting it on Bandcamp is going to just like drive people to Bandcamp. You know what I mean? I think it's just going to get people to not listen to my music at all. So that's
Yes.
why I would choose either put it on both or do just streaming services.
I would go so far as to say like someone super popular like Drake or something. Like even if someone like Drake would be like, you know what, I'm against Spotify and all these places, I'm only putting out on Bandcamp, people would just be like, all right, I guess there's no more Drake anymore. Like people are so like into convenience and spoiled by free streaming at this point. I don't think they would mess with that.
I want to say that Taylor Swift did that.
I was going to say the same thing, that she went off Spotify for like a couple years, but she came back, I think. I'm fairly certain that she's back on Spotify at this point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and she's back. She's not only back, but she's back with even her brand new records where she's 100% in control of the rights to. So
I guess
she can't even say that the label forced me into having to do Spotify or something.
I think,
but I guess she was surviving off like I feel like YouTube was her bread and butter then.
Well, I think that she does sponsorships and she does live shows and she has merch and she has all that shit. Like at that point, it's like, I don't think that it was making, like she would have made money whether or not it was on Spotify. But I think that the listenership, like people actually listening to her music, there was a chunk of people that like were just like, oh, well, like I'm going to listen to a lot less Taylor Swift then because it's not convenient. And I think that like, I don't know, this could be a whole other discussion of like artists dropping out of Spotify or other streaming services because of the pay. And I agree that it is shitty pay, but basically, that's why you need a distributor. We sort of got a little off topic, but that could be a whole discussion for another day about artists and choosing to be on streaming services versus like someplace where you would buy the music.
So in terms of streaming music, for all you artists out there, if you care, Tidal pays you the most per stream. And I think it's followed with a significant drop off by Apple Music. And I think the distributor that pays the very least is Spotify.
Streaming service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It sucks because Spotify also has the best interface of all of them. And it's just like, it's really frustrating as both an artist and a listener because it's like, I have a Spotify account because the user interface is so freaking easy that it's like, I will say that like Bandcamp isn't terrible in terms of like interface. It used to be worse, I think. I think like the Bandcamp app has gotten a lot more user friendly over the years.
I'd like to say that the new Loud, who we've already established isn't relevant anymore. The only place you can listen to our music is on Bandcamp.
Boom.
Can we refer to the new Loud as the irrelevant Loud?
Yeah.
From now on.
The new irrelevant.
Yeah, I guess you could also kind of talk about SoundCloud, right?
We
similar,
could.
But SoundCloud, I think, out of all of the places, like they have the absolute shittiest interface.
And SoundClick, which is similar, which is what I'm on.
SoundClick? I never heard of SoundClick.
That's like
Exactly.
That's like your video game music composer thing, right?
That was,
yeah, I have some stuff on there.
I think it was designed to be something like SoundCloud, and Jana jumped on it like 10 years ago.
And then SoundCloud just went.
I think it. Yeah, totally.
We're still here.
We're also not putting out like mixtapes like rappers. We're not like in the kind of independent hip hop scene or anything because I think SoundCloud is relevant for that style of music.
Although we will maybe someday have a SoundCloud as Meltwater Pulse if we ever decide to release the audio of these as a podcast, because then we'll need an RSS feed and you can do that for free on SoundCloud.
Does SoundCloud have different categories of music though, and rank them by like how many listeners?
I don't know if it ranks them, but it definitely has like tags for genres and stuff.
So SoundClick actually ranks Like it'll say you were number 52 in soundtracks today or something.
Oh, I didn't
Which is
know
kind of
that.
interesting.
Yeah,
But
I haven't really spent enough time on SoundCloud to get into that really. I used to
Or
when I was
no
like
time on
doing
SoundClick.
podcasts for work because I had to like always be on it to do stuff like that. But yeah, SoundCloud.
Did I say
is its-
SoundCloud? I meant SoundClick. SoundClick does that.
Yes, you did say SoundClick. I'm just
Okay.
saying SoundCloud because that's what I'm familiar with, but they're very similar ideas. Yeah. So that's a distributor is your intermediary between the artist and the big streaming services or the big music places, except for Bandcamp. And so, yeah, why do you need one? Because you can't send it directly to Spotify. You can't email like submissions at Spotify.com. It's not going to happen. Plus, it sends it to like all of those at once for you. And it handles like metadata and stuff like that as well. So what are some examples of different ones that there are, different distributors?
So there's the only two that I know besides Distrokid is CD Baby and Tunecore, and then I think Gabby, you were using a third one.
Yeah. So I just recently in November put out my first release using Distrokid, but before that, for my individual and my bands, I was using Record Union, which they have a cute little bulldog as their.
Oh wow!
It's very cute. They have a little bulldog logo, and I really liked them a lot. I liked the interface of the actual website where you uploaded stuff and the dashboards and stuff. I think it's like prettier and more, I don't know, it's more visually pleasing to like use the website than it is for Distrokid. But my issue was the payment structure. And this is like the one of the biggest factors when you're looking at your distributor and whether or not or which one you're going to use. And so Distrokid, does someone want to explain how they do their payment?
So how much do you pay a year for
I
Distrokid?
want to say like $30, maybe.
And that gets you, I believe.
Distrokid is either 10 or 20.
I think it was 10 or 20. I thought it was like 10. But they will then distribute tracks that you submit.
How many?
I think it's unlimited, right, per year. And do they copyright it for you too?
Well,
Like
technically, I don't know if they like actually submit with the Library of Congress, but things are copyrighted technically when they come out of your brain. As soon as they come out of your brain, as soon as you make something, it's copyrighted. But then the onus is on you to yell at someone if they steal it.
So Distrokid is $19.99, $20 a year, unlimited releases.
I thought there was some caveat to that, like some, like you like covers or something. You can do so many covers a year or something.
Covers you, I believe, you pay extra so that they can handle copywriting.
Oh yeah,
for
so
you.
they do like the licensing and stuff for copyrighted songs. So they'll automatically split any proceeds and stuff between you and the original composer.
And I think that was something like $12 per track or something for a cover, if I remember.
Tunecore is $10 per song per year. So how they're pricing. So Distrokid, if you have one song, if you put out one song within 12 months, it's $20. And to keep that song up the next year, it's another $20. With Tunecore, if you had one song, it would be $10. And to keep that song up the next year, it would be another $10. With Distrokid, if you had 5 songs, it would be $20. And to keep those 5 songs up next year, it would be another $20. With Tunecore, it would be $50 for your 5 songs in the first year and $50 every year afterwards.
Yeah, so you can see how that adds up really quickly. And
they do have album pricing where I think if you're going to do a whole record, so if you put out like 6 to I forgot how many song like collective release as an album, they can't be singles. It has to be an album. I think it's $30 per album.
yeah, so Record Union, where I came from, had a very similar pricing model to you said this was Tunecore?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had a similar pricing model, and so I still have some residual songs up from other projects with Record Union, so I still have the account, but going forward, it'll all be on Distrokid. But I got an email from them, like, I want to say some mid-February maybe, and they were like, hey, guess what? Just popping in to tell you that we're changing our pricing structure, or like adding a new pricing structure, right? So it's very similar now to DistroKids, but just a little like annoying inside joke they pulled with us is existing users for the time being were not able to switch over to the new pricing model. So really felt great. Really felt like a good deal.
So TuneCore, when they pay out, they used to be able to connect a PayPal account to your account, which almost everybody has. But in the last year, what they've done is they've partnered with something called Payoneer, which I've never even heard before. And so to get paid, you have to sign up for a Payoneer account, in which you have to put up all your bank account info as if you were just signing up for a different kind of PayPal account. And I had $30 in my TuneCore money that had been there for 3 years. And they were like, if you don't sign up for this Payoneer thing, where your money just gets taken away from you because it's been sitting here for 3 years. And then I was just like, I don't feel like signing up for something else. And I just lost $30.
Nice.
That sucks. I don't think I claimed my $5 from Bandcamp within like 3 months, so they took that.
Yeah.
Just a side note.
That feels kind of effed up.
Yeah.
Especially knowing how Bandcamp works. Like, I've honestly, like, I don't know how, like, streaming services, like, how they quantify that shit. But, like, if someone handed you money and they were like, this is for this album specifically, and then they turned around and they were like, Jana, here's $5. And then you were like, okay. And then they were like, oh, too slow. You're like, wait, no, you have $5. That person gave you $5 for me. Give me my money.
I don't know. I might take the opposite side of this, because me and Mary got chai lattes from Collectivo down the hill yesterday, and then she drank like 2 sips of it and left it on the table for like 6 hours. And then so I drank like the room temperature chai like 6 hours later. And she's like, wait, you drank my chai. And I was like, yeah, that's fair game.
Listen,
so am I Bandcamp in this analogy?
No, I'm not married.
I'm
to
not married to Bandcamp. Yeah, there. Jenna had the exact same thing to say. I did not.
Fair enough.
I did not willingly.
But even say it was Gabby. I'm not married to Gabby, but if she was at my house and she left a chai on the table, I still might drink it.
No, your scenario would have to be more like the chai was sitting on the table of Altera or Collectivo where you were sitting for like 5 minutes while you used the bathroom, and then they took it. They were like, well, you weren't sitting there at the time, so...
Yeah, that's probably more along the lines.
When I was a barista, I would definitely, like, if people would order to go, I definitely drank some people's drinks. Like, they would call in orders, and then sometimes they wouldn't come. And it was like, well, once it's cold, what the fuck are they going to use it for? And so I'd just drink it and then be like, if they come in, I'll just make them another one, whatever.
Did they ever come in?
That's stealing.
No, we got unlimited. You got unlimited drinks as a barista. Never. This is a side note. Never in my life have I enjoyed a job more than being a barista. And I can't tell if it's because I actually enjoyed the job or if it's because I was under the influence of caffeine so much that my brain stored the memories wrong. Like, I can't tell exactly what happened. It's like remembering a drug trip, it feels like.
Yeah, it fed your chemical addiction to caffeine.
Yeah, and so my brain is like, that was good. That was a good time. We enjoyed that. And it like forgot like the swamp ass and my feet hurting and like all the bad stuff about it. I was just like, yeah. Remember how good your brain felt? Remember how skinny you felt because you shat your brains out every day?
Gross.
And any coffee shop owners or CEOs, if you have a large coffee shop, we would like to point out that Gabby is currently unemployed and looking for work. So you can send your the opposite of her resume
application
to meltwaterpulseco@gmail.com. Thanks.
I actually have applied for several jobs at Collectivo, and they have never gotten back to me. And a job at Rishi. Nope, I'm not gonna say anything mean. Nope.
What jobs?
I like your chamomile tea. The
Yeah.
rest of your teas are trash, but whatever.
Yeah.
I like their chamomile tea. I hate everything else that they make. I can't help it.
Did we have any more notes on distributors?
I don't know. Just that, like, I think that the pricing is going to be your biggest point, and then the rest of it is sort of preference. You know, like the interfaces they're all pretty similar. They're all, you know.
I'd say in summary, there's no perfect one, but sign up for Distrokid.
Distrokid and Bandcamp.
Yeah, I would say
cover your bases.
It's hard because like now they're all changing over to that new structure, and by all I mean specifically Record Union. But maybe I just have a beef with Record Union because the reason I left was how you pay for it, and then they changed it after I left, and then they said, actually, kick you while you're down. You, as an existing artist, can't switch to the new plan. So yeah, that's how I feel. Sorry, Record Union, you do have the best logo,
which is a dog.
It is a dog. It's a dog. Maybe editing me will put the dog. You know who I bet likes dogs?
You should do something so you can see like there. Now when you see that when things are going, when you're editing, you know to put the dog in right there.
Why would I have to align the audio?
Oh no, it's just so you don't have.
I could just do this or something.
Yeah. You don't have to align the. It was just a grand gesture, so you didn't have to watch
Shane,
this. Yes.
You know what I bet?
Yeah.
I know who I bet likes dogs.
Brett.
Jeff Robinson.
Oh shit! That's his call out for today.
Woo!
Yeah, Jeff Robinson. He sent me a friend request. I thought I was friends with him already. Sorry, Jeff. I was sent you a friend request.
Okay, bye. Have
The
fun
end.
choosing a distributor. They all suck. Should probably cut that out, but I don't think I'm going to.